can share your thoughts with us via WhatsApp on our trending and current issues at 0244 856007 0244 856007. So better still, if you are the Facebook person, if you are the Facebook surfer, you can join us on live right now. Radio Guide, leave your comments down below because we are going to be reading them. And if you're listening, don't be the silent listener. Let me know so I can throw you a big shout out because I mean you deserve it, man. You are tuned in, and the little we can do for you is to give you a big shout out. So we are also live on YouTube. You can search us on YouTube, Radio Guide Online. Like our page, subscribe, and keep on sharing. Because, I mean, you're not supposed to be enjoying the only good works we are sharing here. So let a friend tell a friend to tune in. So, newspaper review is up next.
Always online. This is Radio Guide.
Radio Guide.
I will arise today. Lord, I will arise. Lord, I will arise. I will arise and build. In the days of Nehemiah, he was a prophet. He was a prophet of old. He heard all the broken walls of Jerusalem. Bible says he fasted and he prayed to the God of heaven. He fasted and he prayed, he traveled to the God of heaven. Then it pleased the king that the walls of Jerusalem should be built to the glory of our Lord. Then it pleased the king, yea, that the walls of Jerusalem should be built to the glory of our Lord. Then came Sanballat. Then came Tobiah, who just hated the work of the Lord. But brethren, my prayer is none of us here present will be Sanballats in the house of the Lord. But Nehemiah stood up. Nehemiah stood up, in the power, in the anointing of the Holy Ghost.
Always online. This is Radio
In the power, in the anointing of the Holy Ghost, saying, the God of heaven, he will prosper you and I. So arise, 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 and let us build. The God of heaven, he will prosper you and I. So arise, 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 and let
Always online. This is Radio Guide.
Radio Guide.
Always online. This is Radio Guide. Always online. This is Radio Guide.
With wonders of my name and wonders of my name, let us arise in mind and do the work. Additionally,
Always online. This is Radio Guide. Always online. This is Radio Guide. This is Radio Guy.
Living life without the politics. I will rise and shine. I will rise and shine.
Always alert. This is Radio Guy.
Nobody cannot intimidate me.
live on Facebook. If you are tuning in, I want to say a big shout out to Stewart or Being Godfred. Good morning to you too. And we are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube also. So when you get to our page, just click like, just click share, and also let your friends know that Radio Guy is online. So up next is newspaper review. Afua and Miriam really here. They are here to give us all the updates. All the updates. In the meanwhile, a couple of messages coming in before that. Positive change Medina. I don't know if that is the name of the person or that is it, but that's the name of the page. He says that positive change Medina Accra. We shall make sure we separate incompetence from competence on 7th December and make sure John and Jane takes over the seat of governance again to repair all damages caused by this clueless Akufo-Addo's government. Regard to lawyer Francis Susu, next MP for Medina. This is some serious politics here. So you still can send in what you think of trending issues that is ongoing. Still on voters ID register. Voters ID register is still making news in the country. And also there is our educational system. So what do you think about our educational system? What do you think of NAGRAT and CCT saying that WAEC is enjoying too much monopoly and therefore they should also propose another examination body? So if you think that WAEC is enjoying too much monopoly, let me know what you were thinking. But news in brief will also come on, so remember that we have that covered up for you also. If you're a lover of sports news also comes on immediately after that. Good morning, Queen and Ifwa. How has your night been? Very well. I can see that. Yesterday we really spoke we spoke about our educational system, and I think I raised the issues of why I can join too much monopoly, and NAGRAT and the Coalition of Concerned Teachers have actually said the same thing. So what do you think? Do you think there should be another examination, buddy?
Yeah.
There should be another.
Like if you have a competitor, you kind of gain up your work.
Yes, it puts you on toes.
Yes, because you want to be the best over your competitor. So I think they should have a competitor.
But who owns WAEC? Who actually owns WAEC? Yeah, that is a question that I personally do ask myself anyway. But notwithstanding, WAEC has really done well with over the years with their. But as time goes on, as we were saying yesterday, technology is coming in, and we should try and find ways to add technology. So probably this new examination body that is being proposed by NAGRAT and the CCT would actually bring in some technology and would make us choose them over WAEC anytime soon. And same way, they are also saying that there are 14 other teachers that were dismissed should also be granted clemency by the president. What do you think about that?
See, if you're a leader or a teacher and you're involved in such act, I think you know your right to your left. You know what is good and what is bad.
Especially knowing that you are not being forced to invigilate for WAEC.
You're not being forced. It was your choice. And so I don't think that should be done. That is my opinion.
Now, Miriam, do you think that the president should grant them clemency just like he did to the 13 students that were dismissed?
I think dismissal, Charlie. I kind of think that yes, the teachers should know better. So they should be punished, just like we were expecting that the students also should be punished for doing wrongful act. But one thing that I would also want to consider is the fact that yes, they've erred. But you could punish them, but to dismiss them,
It's too much.
I hear personally, I am putting myself in their shoes, even though some people are claiming that they took monies or they did other things, and also it was kind of help me, let me help you, right? And the thing is, it's not right. I'm not trying to say it is right, but I'm trying to plead on the behalf of the teachers. So if want to give the teachers if we are looking at it this way, then I think that the teachers should also be given
pardoned.
that second chance.
No, Mimi.
No. I mean, I feel that
If
the
IFWA
dismissal is
IFWA
too-
doesn't
you see,
agree
don't
on that,
agree.
You see,
IFWA
dismissal
seems to be the
So-
disciplinarian who says that
So-
the right
so-
thing should be done no
Yes,
matter what.
yes.
So
You are a
if let's look at this. Let's look at the situation in this way. Yes, they have erred, all right, but now this is the situation where I think that if, for instance, 14 teachers, right? So if a school has 14 teachers, and all 14 teachers.
But remember, there are a lot of teachers.
Thank
I mean,
you.
every year we have people
that is my
graduating
point.
from training colleges,
It's
and
like
they
our
are.
lives
But
Depend on them
dismissal
anyway.
is.
See, they are
Maybe-
teachers. They should
maybe
know what
something
to do.
else should-
Nobody forced them.
I get
That is
it.
my point.
I get it, but maybe
Nobody
something
forced it.
else, another
So
punishment.
they should serve as a scapegoat for others. You get it?
Because
if
every
they are being
year-
pardoned,
Yes.
someone would. After all, these people are being pardoned, so I can make this same mistake. and I
Fair
can-
enough,
Yes.
but this is the first time we are publicly seeing or announcing teachers.
So they should be
Do-
served as.
So they should be given a second chance.
No.
And the second chance I am talking about is not just to or forgive them and then that is it. But I
They
am
should be
saying that
punished.
yes, but maybe a lighter one, so that it would even prompt them that the next time you are found, this is what is going to happen.
See,
You get it?
Mimi
'Cause-
doesn't. Mimi says
Yeah,
that.
I-
Mimi says that the president should show clemency. So she is in agreement with Nagrat and the coalition of concerned teachers. IFWA says that no, the teachers know better. They are adult. They know what they were signing up for. They knew the rules and the regulations. They flawed, and therefore they are supposed to be punished. And our lives don't depend on these teachers. Somebody might not agree with that, but if you are tuned in, the current state of COVID-19 in Ghana, and so far we have 2,270 active cases, a total of 41,212 confirmed cases, with new cases of 209 just overnight, 209, and the death is 215 deaths so far. And the most encouraging thing about it is we still have 38,000 recoveries and discharge, 38,727 recoveries and discharge. So if you are out there, coronavirus is still out there. Wherever you are going, if you find yourself in a public place, make sure that you wash your hands with soap and water if it is available. If not, use an alcohol-based sanitizer.
Under running water.
Under running water. I think that is supposed to
is-
be there.
yes.
Yes, under running water, not in a bowl of water, but under running water or an alcohol-based sanitizer. And don't forget to wear your nose mask. Wear your nose mask as if your life is actually depending on it. So, if you are out there, make sure you are observing all the protocols that are involved, because coronavirus might not take it easy on you. You might not be asymptomatic to it. It would actually kick you, and trust me, you will. I mean, it is going to do you so bad. It is going to do you so bad. So we are still on a newspaper review, and IFWA and Miriam, you can take us on our newspaper review.
Okay, so today is a good day.
It's a good day.
Yeah.
It looks like our educational system, Ghana Educational Service itself, I think they really do have issues in there, but this year it has been so much trending. Every year we hear news, we do hear news, WASI trends for a while, but this year it looks like it has a really gross effect on us, because for a week now all that we have been talking about, all that has been trending is 14 students dismissed, 14 teachers dismissed, one person being injured, a whole lot. And let's see what the newspapers in Ghana actually covered. And if you are listening to us, remember you can share your comments with us on our Facebook Live, on the comment section down below, and on YouTube too. We are live, so you can share your comments really down below, and on WhatsApp 0244 856007 0244 856007, and we are on.
Okay, so on the Daily Graphic, Tuesday, 11th of August, we have Conquer the World with Ideas. Conquer the World with Ideas. And this is the president's tax presidential pitch winners. They were given 1 million Ghana cedis each. So 10 winners out of that. And then we have First Atlantic Bank launches Silver Jubilee. First Atlantic Bank launches Silver Jubilee. And then we have dismissed students pardoned to write exams. Dismissed students pardoned to write
But I heard
exams.
it is going to be with some serious guidance, right?
Yeah.
They are supposed to go with their parents to write the examination. Imagine you're writing exams and your mother is sitting behind you. This is
Charlie,
something else.
This one will be more than the invigilators invigilating.
It is true.
Or perhaps some people believe that if their parents are with them in the exam, or maybe
They
their
might
parents will be able
not.
to-
They might not misbehave.
You know that situation where you go to the exam hall and you forget to spell. There's somebody said, please, can you spell me there? Can you please spell Okay, so at the back page of the Daily Graphic, we have illegal chemical production flourishes at Odoko or Tanten. Hey,
Well,
as well. And then multi-credit savings and loans to reward 600 customers.
ooh, 600
Multi-credit,
customers.
yes,
I think
yes.
I should hurry and go and
Multi-credit is, they are also doing great. So
Okay.
Okay, so for Ghanaian Times this morning, on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, we have President present 100,000 Ghana cedis to presidential pitch third session winner.
Okay.
And also, this story can be found on page 12.
Okay.
And also, two health workers suspend over alleged sale of PPE in Bridge Hospital. This can also be found on page 12. 13 royal students to write exams and the Guardian escort. That is page 13. This also 350 Ghanaians head home from Lebanon. This can be found on page 14 of the Ghanaian Times. Now, at the back page of the Ghanaian Times, nationwide orientation program for assembly members launches in Accra. And Bongo District Assembly complete 3 chip compounds in 3 communities. So that is it for the Ghanaian Times this morning. So I think we can dive into it.
Yes,
and
we
then
can dive into
yes.
the issues that were covered in the Daily
I
Graphic.
think that the presidential pitching runs through the news today.
Okay.
As the president, this is the 3rd edition.
The 3rd edition of the
Yes.
president granting 10 people.
No,
1
I
million.
mean, I think the initial thing was for people young people to come up and pitch a program or something like a project for support from the presidency.
Okay.
So yes, and the paper, I think that the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo yesterday presented a check totaling 1 million to 10 winners of the 3rd presidential pitch at the Jubilee House and urged the young entrepreneurs to be innovative to conquer the world. I mean, the president believes that once you are able to come up
Now
with...
let's look at the previous winners, because this is the 3rd edition. Has there been any feedback from them that we are supposed to know that this thing is really a good initiative, because if we are putting 10 million Ghana cedis into 10 people, and this is the third edition. What happened to the first and second winners? Are they able to do something really
Yeah.
productive and lucrative with it?
So for the second, I know they are for the second batch or the group of people that won. They've been innovative enough. They are able to expand their business. So I didn't follow for the first people, but I know for sure for the second. So I'm hoping that these third winners would also do much with the money given to them. Yeah.
So if we are talking about monies being given to, I just pray that people don't come up rising that this is politics, or they play politics with this thing. And I pray this should be an initiative that should be continued, or it should be part of our national agenda.
Exactly, because we have more graduates, more people graduating from school, and
they do
we
have
don't know
beautiful
what-
ideas,
yes, meanwhile,
and they don't know where to start
to
from.
start
So
from,
that is
yeah,
going to
so-
be a very good start up for them
them. Yeah.
also.
Exactly.
And also this 13 students being going to write exams with the escort of their parents also runs. Quinn also read that, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think there was, yeah.
So these 13 students are going to be writing the rest of their papers with guardian escort. That is what finally the GES said yesterday, after they were petitioned by the president to allow them to write. In as much as everything, they should also face the necessary punishment with the necessary institutions
Yeah.
that they flouted. And in the news yesterday, they also said that their results are going to be withheld until they pay fully for
For the
whatever
things they
damaged. And I think that is a really good move. A really good move, and that is going to serve as a scapegoat.
Yeah.
To
know, so
yes,
that's-
as a scapegoat for other people, other incoming final year students that have.
Not just the final year students.
But I think
Any
every student.
yes, that might think one, maybe because of one reason or the other, Charlie, me buefu. So I just take something, break some, some
But
people are very
it has
strong,
always
so
been part of
the
our
finally-
school's regulation.
I think it has got to do with they completing SHS and they having that overwhelming.
Yeah.
Are they the only people completing SHS?
I mean, we do people. We people do complete, graduate from the universities. They finish. They do their masters. They do their PhD. And they don't destroy anything. But I think it's all got to do with youthful exuberance, and if they are being guided
So
well,
what happened?
and if they have been guided well, and this 7 hours is scapegoat for them, let's pray that somewhere next year during WASI we don't really see much of these things. Now, I want to ask you that: do you think that this particular incident is really going to bring a change in the in the next?
Of course.
In the next examination, final
Of course.
examinations that is going to be that is going to be held in the secondary schools, is it going to affect it in any way?
It would affect it
Positively, that is
if
what
if
we are doing.
the punishments being served to these students and teachers involved are truly
Followed.
yes, because if they come out to say, okay, we'll do this to the
What?
students and we don't,
And
Okay.
they don't do
it wouldn't there wouldn't be change.
Okay,
But
we are always talking about the teachers and the schools, but let's take a look at this. Do you think WAEC should continue using teachers as invigilators for examinations like this?
yeah, aside teachers, what were you thinking, or what are you thinking?
Probably they could
Please.
they could do something like a contract base,
With an
something you can
organization or
something you
something?
can apply, something you can apply for, something that they could just employ external personnel to do that. It could be anybody that they could undertake. They could undergo training.
This is a good initiative.
They could
I think.
undergo training, and we should leave the teachers to be teachers, because there is familiarity. If my science teacher is invigilating my science paper, or my science teacher is invigilating English, because of familiarity, strictness wouldn't be really that much adhered to. So I think it's a good initiative for WAEC to use external personnel for invigilation processes when it comes to external examinations like this. And I think, in as much as we are looking at they enjoying monopoly, we should also take a good look at that.
So I am also thinking that with what you're suggesting right now, couldn't there be a way where I can decide that, okay, so let's say if you are in school A, you are in school B, I'm in school C. So I'll take your school, you take a, but would not announce to the invigilator or the teacher which particular school he or she will be asked to go to invigilate.
So the last, something like a reshuffle.
So
of,
the last,
yeah.
yes, so that the teachers here would go to a different school, but they will not be informed in the initial stage, so that kind of familiarity or the time.
But remember also that whilst WASSCE is ongoing too, I think at that time there's vacation, so the teachers are not really needed. But that is also a good initiative.
Yeah. So in case with that one too, I think that it will be difficult for a student to identify which lecturer, which teacher or invigilator will be invigilating my paper for me to even think of bribing or trying to, because
but
some
the teachers
people have
are,
influence.
the teachers are being given allowances for that, and if the teachers are not performing up to task, we should apply for external invigilators. That could also be a thing. So WAEC, if NAGRAT and CCT are looking at WAEC not enjoying monopoly and they are thinking of bringing in a new examination body, they should tackle it from all angles. The angles of teachers, the teachers being used as invigilators, the angle of students enjoying so much familiarity with their invigilators, and students be engaging in examination more practices. Everything or every underlying cause of all of these things should actually be cited with this new examination body. That is, if the Ministry of Education ever allows a new examination body. But let's get into stories that are inside the Daily Graphic and its details. Tuning in right here, remember that this is the Rise Up Morning Show, and ongoing right now is our newspaper review. Sports will follow soon, a few more minutes for sports to come in, and also our news in brief that is also going to follow. Want to say a happy birthday once more to Mr. Henry Avevo from the family of KM Media. They say happy birthday to you. Is in with another story from the Daily Guide, the back page of the Ghanaian Times.
Yeah. So the 3 chip compounds that are being built in 3 communities in the Upper East region has been completed. I think this is a good initiative. This chip compounds that the government has initiated is a good thing.
But let's talk about CHIPS compound that are being created to help the Ghana Health Service in terms of healthcare delivery. Do you think this CHIPS compound are effective? Because I have one. I know of one. I know of one at Kaswa Opekuma. Just right in front of my house. Right in front of my house. And looking at how they do operate, there are times they don't open when it is not a holiday. There are times you go there and there is nobody there. And I feel like, personally, citing that particular facility, I ask myself, are these the kind of attitude or the kind of effectiveness they do display in all chiefs compound. If that is it, then I
There
don't
will be
think
no
that
need.
there will be no need for chiefs compound.
See, aside chips compound and all that, there are other facilities built for workers that are not being used. I don't know if it is built for a
Just
campaign.
building
infrastructure
safety.
purposes.
Yes, because when you take a look at these rural areas that projects are being done, give me a year, you would go back and the place is abandoned. Nobody's working there. The place is not being used.
Do you think it has got to
effectively.
do with politics plays a role in it? Because former President John Dramani Mahama also made a comment last week that the Akufo-Addo government has actually abandoned projects that were started by the NDC government, and he is going to make sure that he is going to revive all of those and still continue with any leftovers if he should win the 2020 elections. Do you think politics is playing a role in this abandonment of infrastructure?
I think in a way I would say yes, because I see, for instance, maybe you come, I say, oh, this community needs A, B, C, D. If you don't do it for me, we are not going to vote for you. Blah, 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 blah. Then you leave and then later, getting to the election year or election season, then you decide, let me go and start something. Sometimes you might do it, but the love from the people is missing. So they will deliberately decide that we are not going to touch that thing. For you to come back to think that,
And it is affecting our development in all
Yes,
areas, because it could
exactly.
be a school project, it could be a well project,
Exactly.
it could be a health facility.
see, in some communities, while they are complaining of there is no school building for us, our building is broken, blah 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 blah, there is another community that the school has been built, all right, but they have to, I don't know, they have refused
To use the
to,
place.
yes, even before the COVID season set in. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, but this building is nothing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. So
See,
why
I
is it
don't,
that?
I don't know if the community leaders are also part, because you have an infrastructure in your area.
So
yeah,
the
those-
traditional
They should
leaders.
make sure that the place is being used, because it is in your community, it is in your care. So you are in charge who uses it and who and how it is being used. So if government or the people involved have been able to create or build something for you, I think it is up to the community leaders to ensure that the place is being used effectively.
Okay, so that is where our traditional leaders
Yes.
come to play.
Assemblymen,
Now,
those
talking
people-
about traditional leaders, earlier, still related to this Ibuakwa State, that is Bright SHS, the Achim Ibuakwa State Traditional Council, actually, they have demanded for the shutdown of Bright SHS with immediate effect. They say that they are not going to wait any longer.
Yeah.
They are saying that, according to the secretary of the traditional council, he says that the school so far has not been able to produce any good students.
Yeah, I
They
heard-
say
I heard
students,
that one.
they say students actually make it barely a year in the university, and they are tagging the headmaster of the school that he plays a major role in that, and they are actually calling for the immediate closure. Do you think that traditional leaders should be involved in situations like this?
No.
Traditional
I think
leaders
they should. I think they should. I don't agree, I agree with Queen. I think they should. You know, they are leaders. It is their community. They have a decision to make concerning things evolving around their community. They have a voice in there, because when it comes to education, you can have children from their community attending these schools, and if they think such such a school is not bringing an impact
In
to
the
their
community.
community, they have a voice in it. They have a decision to make.
No, but their decision shouldn't be to shut down the school.
I mean,
No.
it is located in their area, where in their jurisdiction.
So probably they should get to the educational, the board, and then find ways and means of because one, you have to be able to find out what exactly the problem is. Like you're saying, they mentioned the head teacher over there. Probably there is something, maybe a system in the school that is not operating well. You get it, and then maybe the students, you are not performing well in school, you too, you are giving trouble and stuff. So sometimes out of frustration you are forced to say certain things or to take certain
This
decisions.
is not out of frustration. This was actually, it wasn't said by Dan Oforiatta alone. It was said by the traditional
Yes.
council, and he's the
Probably.
second. So it is something that they have
I
sat
think
down.
probably the
They
school
have
alone
weighed.
has issues. Probably this is not the first time students are misbehaving.
Yes, they said over the
So
years.
how do
Yes.
the people in that community have education? So
Aside the Bright School, the other schools in the community,
Well, so do you agree that it should be shut down?
it shouldn't be shut down because they are students, they are final year students that are in there. They need to finish school.
And
so
they-
what would happen to these students
And
when
they
the school is
didn't.
being shut
I
down?
mean, we are still schools are not opening in September, according to the
No, I'm
Minister
talking
of
about the
Education.
final
The
year
final
students
year
writing
students.
exams. If the school is being shut down,
Probably after WAEC or after
the
WASI.
exams.
After WASI.
yeah, so students already admitted in there are being what, sacked, or what will
Probably
happen to them?
relocated.
They'll call a PTA meeting and tell you
They
you cannot
relocate.
continue with
I
the
think
school
I
again.
think probably they should look at the people managing the school.
That's what I
They
was
should look at
talking
the
about.
management
Yes,
of
the
the school.
management
Because
to
there
make
should
sure
be
that
a
probably
peculiar
that
problem.
yes.
Why the students
But to shut
graduate
down,
and they are unable to further their education or they're able to make it in the first year of. I mean, it shouldn't be everyone.
It's discipline.
There are people who would graduate from the senior high school who would not want to even venture tertiary at all. There are
Okay.
others, maybe results will not be too good. They would want to get into entrepreneurship and all. But it shouldn't be everybody. If everybody coming out from that particular school is unable to make it to the, then there is a problem somewhere they need to fish out,
Yeah, but
and not just. That is why I was tempted to, or I am tempted to use the word. They are taking the decision out of probably frustration or something, because it's like. Oh, born modern and you are not seeing any intending a challenge.
Okay.
You get it. But I think that Yenjaikra will not be
The
the best
solution.
solution for the problem. Find ways and means to work around things.
yeah.
Try other mediums to see if there is something. So you can even weigh the number of the percentage of the number of students that make it to the tertiary.
But according
And
to
then-
them, they see that the school has not produced any, excuse me to say, any better students, and most of the students who are able to go to the tertiary institutions
Are unable to stay till the end.
barely make it to
But
the
I'm not
first
sure
year.
this is like a vivid statistics on
I feel it's
And I was
a hasty
asking-
generalization they are
Yeah.
doing.
It's a
here.
hasty generalization.
Yes. So I mean, everybody will go to school. Definitely, not everybody will make it.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
It is there.
yeah.
And there are other schools that once you are there, you are assured your child will make it, because the people you go and meet there, the teachers, the management, and all, the environment will make way for you to
Makes it
sit
conducive.
up.
Yes.
You get it?
So I think it has to do with discipline in the school.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
There are a lot
So
of things.
you
They should rather
suggest that
find
they
out
should look at the
what
management
Yes,
problem
the
is
management.
rather
and tackle it well.
Okay.
Because
they might be
students
making
are
a
being
mistake.
regulated with rules and regulations. So I think they should check that one out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And finally, there's two health workers who have been suspended over allegedly.
Yeah, the PPEs.
yes. This revelation came about when the investigative
Journalist
piece
Anas,
came out, yes,
Arimi
to bring
Anas.
this piece when they were caught in this act. But on Twitter, people are saying that probably the mechanism Anas used to capture these people wasn't the right way.
See,
you know,
you know,
Anas
see,
Anas
see,
has a special
see,
way.
You know, I we all at a point in time has come in contact with details when it comes to investigative journalism. There are no rules. There are no rules whatsoever governing investigative journalism. All that we have are ethics that I don't think so far all of the ANAS investigative pieces that I have watched has nothing that has affected any of our ethics.
No,
You can't tell Anas he's doing his job. You can't tell him how he's supposed to do his job. Nobody can walk here into the studio and tell you that do this, stop talking in the microphone and all that. That is the same way you can't tell Anas how to do his job. You can't walk into a hospital and tell a nurse that you should be doing this, you should be doing that. You should tell a doctor he should be doing that. And why don't we accord the same respect to investigative journalists? Anas Anas.
In journalism, we are guided by ethics.
Yes.
Yes, and entrapment in investigative journalism is questionable.
Yes.
But the only time you can use entrapment when other source to be able to bring out the information is not favorable, or you can't have that. That is only when you use entrapment. And we know that Anas uses entrapment a lot because he
Anas
comes out
uses-
to defend that.
Anas uses entrapment because those people advertise themselves to be trapped. They do advertise. Take a look at this issue of selling COVID cure, the recent piece that he brought out there. They sold themselves for them to be trapped. If I have not heard that somebody inside this particular health department is selling PPEs for an affordable fee or a minimum fee, I wouldn't go there to ask them to sell it to me at this fee. I would have to get a tip somewhere that this is going on here. I would have to go and put myself
But you
in the
can also-
shoes of the buyer.
You can also get that information by getting a camera and not being involved. As a journalist, you shouldn't be involved in
And
the act.
that's mostly
No,
do use
but-
people.
Yes, and the thing is, I think that sometimes with situations like this, if I don't know where he met them to buy or do the deal or whatever, but at least even if he had not bought the thing from them,
Yes.
but there was an agreement that I'm going to sell these things for you. Knowing your background, that you are working in this department and these things that your department, we know these things are being given to you voluntarily to help a national cause.
The moment somebody comes, you should just tell them they are not selling. You are not selling.
Exactly.
And apart from that, if I was
If
saying
you come
that,
to meet me in
if
my
I
home,
was
you might
talking
probably think
about,
I ordered them
I'm
from
not
whatever
saying what
country.
the people are doing is right.
if I is talking about the entrapment,
Entrapment.
and the way Anas
the
goes
mechanism-
about,
Yes.
Anas goes
and-
about his investigations.
There are investigative journalists in this country that do not use entrapment, but
But
at the end,
how many of their works
lot.
so far have we seen?
a lot. This Ford expedition. This guy, what's his name? Pardon? Manasseh doesn't use
Azuri.
entrapment, but he gets his piece together. But when it comes to Anas's piece, lot of the times, no, I'm not saying always, lot of the times, he uses entrapment. He says it. Like this.
That works easier for him, so maybe that is his
But
style.
people, like on Twitter, let me read the was the PPE sold to the frontline workers for Anas's team? What the people did is really awful, but what if Anas's and his team forced them to sell so they can get their documentary? What if truly the guy purchased the PPE with his own money so he can sell so that he can sell to private
So the
individuals?
people there are not loyal to their profession.
Yes. They,
So
they
this
went
one-
wrong. That I'm not talking about the people selling to people.
But
who were
remember,
not-
that Anas doesn't use a team. Anas has his own team
Yeah.
that he works with. So if Anas should use his team to go in as people who need PPEs, remember they are not going to use it for anything afterward. So
they don't go in the form of journalist.
Of
They
course.
hide their identity.
That is the safest. See,
but-
that is the safest to play. In as much as you are doing your job, you also have to make sure that your life is safe. We are all
In
wearing
this
nose
particular
masks.
situation.
We are all wearing nose masks not because we enjoy them, but because our lives are at stake. Our doctors are wearing nose masks because and having extra PPEs on a normal day they don't do that just because they want their lives to be protected. So if a nurse is using his anonymity, is he being anonymous to save his life, we all know what happened to his colleague after
Yeah.
after he was being exposed on live TV. Just in a few days, he was shot dead. Nobody knew how it happened, but just
Who
because
was
his
behind it,
identity was
no.
revealed. In as much as everything, Anas is using, I believe he's using entrapment and he being anonymous to save his life. Here in Ghana, we have so much corruption, is so much in our blood that it has creeped into the most highest places. That using entrapment becomes the only option to use. Let's say, for instance, if I was talking about you can use cameras. Let's take it, I work into an institution and I am supposed to contact the head of this department to work hand in hand with me being an investigative journalist to expose rot in that particular department. What if that
person-
head is corrupt?
Yes.
See,
He would
What
already. The person
if
would
that
believe
is
you
how
are so-
much corruption has
But if
has,
you really
has
want to
that
go
is how
there,
much corruption
to
has
me-
creeped
Yes,
into
so to
our
me, I believe that if whether or not whoever and whatever thing the person came to do with you, what, selling the thing you know you're not supposed
you
to
just
sell.
admitting to sell it.
Yes.
That is the crime itself.
Yes.
So whether Anas tried to come and let's, for instance, if I am a guy and I come and I just because I need PPEs, I need you to sell PPEs to me. I come and I propose to you that I love you, I want to marry you, blah 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 blah, and then you fall for that for how many number of months, and then in the end you end up giving me the PPEs, but it is just for my information.
Of course.
It means that you have tried to show me love by agreeing to what I have said or what I really want to have with you. But you know it is
Wrong.
against your. So once you have allowed yourself, that is why when in the Garden of Eden, God, your friend is saying, Papa, we, Eve, Adam, when Adam said, God, it is the woman you gave to me, God was like, hey, and then there's Adam who catch me.
Yes.
You get it? Somebody will tell you that since then God ceased being a betweener for anybody, any man and woman, because people that say you can't trust anybody. You get the thing. So once you know that this is what you are supposed to do, try and do it diligently and faithfully. Because this one, supposing it had not been announced and it is someone else. So what's one man? When
Yes,
you scam,
yes.
meanwhile you're taking money and then you
And it
report
might- and it-
government is not bringing us PPs and we are short of PPs. Meanwhile, and the thing comes and you are selling them. So sometimes, I
yes,
mean,
I'm not saying that.
I know, but I'm still. I just don't want you to accept people saying that.
No, I'm not
Anas
accepting.
is using
No, I'm not
this thing, so
accepting.
it
I
is
came
wrong.
to. No, I'm not.
Sometimes it is right because
No.
without that
I'm
we
not
cannot get
accepting.
some
I
of
came
these
out to
things
say
out.
that these are the comments people are saying on Twitter. So let's discuss. Anasis use entrapment in most of his documentaries. He has a reason. If you can back your point.
But
with
remember,
a reason.
not everybody would support good words.
Entrapment.
Everything,
That is it.
everything has its.
I know your dad doesn't
Everything,
support entrapment.
everything has
No,
its.
it depends on the situation.
Everything, everything has its
If
pros
your
and
dad
cons.
doesn't support
If
entrapment,
I
if
believe-
your dad doesn't support, if
I
your dad
believe-
doesn't support entrapment.
Okay,
No.
I believe if you are working or if you are looking at exposing really corrupt people, there are certain no-go areas that you should go. If you are really, because corruption has creeped to the very highest point in this country. We have seen big names come out to talk about corruption, and we have seen big names come out in documentaries, and we have seen them. So corruption is in the highest peak, and of course, for you to expose something that's rot, you have to go to the extreme. And Elvis inside Mampubi is saying that I should stay neutral, and I am picking sides. I don't know whether he's saying I am picking sides with Anas Arimia Anas, but I personally,
See, it is a fact. Entrapment. It depends on the situation when you would want
so
to
do
use
you think
entrapment.
do you think it is
is
right?
ethical.
Wait,
When we are talking about ethics in journalism.
so you think Anas is breaking journalistic
Wait.
ethics?
Yes.
Somebody will use it.
It's-
I
we
read the
break
last
et-
time somebody
we break-
said Anas is not practicing journalism.
We break ethics for extreme reason because
That
yes,
is an
I'm
extreme
coming.
reason.
No, I'm coming. He can use other means to get this documentary because people are doing this other pieces, extreme dangerous pieces, without using entrapment.
I agree.
Entrapment is laziness.
Well,
When you know that I have to set this person up to get the piece. I'm not saying these people involved are not corrupted. They are corrupted. That is how come you can get the idea to do such a piece. But I feel it is lazy as a
it's a
journalist.
lazy approach. A
Yes,
lazy approach.
to use entrapment because as a journalist you shouldn't be involved in the act. You should stay neutral to get your piece and then go.
Okay, so Ifwa says that Anas Arimia Anas is going to the
If I want
extreme,
him to
but
step up his
I
game.
believe that
No, he
believe
does other documentaries without using entrapment.
I believe that extreme
It's doing
problems need extreme maneuvering. So if I would say that I actually do understand you when you talk about entrapment being one of the ways that he uses and he breaking journalistic rules. I do agree very much. I do accept it hands down. But I also believe that extreme problems needs extreme problem solving, and if he is using that well, but let's see if in the years to come his exposés that are meant to come, we will see less of entrapment in there. Probably Twitter should just give it a hashtag, and everything starts with a hashtag. So
You know, right?
yes, a hashtag could
It
then
makes
be
the
probably
campaign massive.
yes, a hashtag say no to entrapment probably could help. But if that it looks like Anas is not stopping anytime soon.
But he's doing a great job.
He's doing a great job because this job, this journalistic job, being an investigative journalist is one heck of a problem. I remember way back in school, I was like, oh, I'll become an investigative journalist. I'll become an investigative
It's not too late. You
journalist.
can still do it.
I mean, I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested. I am not interested because
They killed your interest.
they killed my interest. I would say that probably my passion doesn't lie there. My passion lies in the radio, and I would want to stick to radio. Elvis Inside Mamprobi also says that everyone has a breaking point. Wow, this is quite a good one. He says that everyone has a breaking point. You don't set people up. Let them operate within their natural
Thank you.
setting, and you will still get them.
Thank
When
you.
you bait them, you might get everyone. That is in relation to Anas Anas, and also a few more stories, and then we can head to
So
sports.
Dedeba also says lazy approach and path.
Okay, lazy approach. I mean, this country has produced a lot of journalists.
Yes.
I mean, if they are saying that, I mean, we should be able to be seeing.
Lazy approach thing
We should
makes
be
me
able
remember
to see. We should be
one
able
of
to
my
see
lectures.
more. We should be able to see more of better approaches that Anas could have been used by these journalists who are saying, or people who are saying that they should use a proper approach.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I think
So
that
yeah, that is it for
the Ghanaian
the
Times.
Ghanaian Times.
Okay.
The illegal chemical production
That is going on
Yes.
inside Odokor.
See, Ghana is like people are doing things in Ghana.
Ah, you don't know that people are doing things.
See,
See.
it will amaze you what people are doing here in
Yes.
Ghana.
No, I think people are running things.
People are running
Really
things. That
amaze you.
should be the real word. People are really running
They run
things.
things.
Yeah, they are
Charlie.
producing chemicals in Ghana. And when it comes to production, I think with the recent rise of everybody wanting to be an entrepreneur, people having online classes for cream making, soap making, this making, all of these things make use of certain chemicals. So I personally think that with this thing that was discovered inside Odoko, the Food and Drugs Board authority should step up their game, because there are a lot of people selling things on Instagram that are not Food and Drugs Board approved. That is why I always recommend that you use Maya Herbal Soap, because it is Food and Drugs Board approved. If you are buying something, just do your part by making sure that this thing is Food and Drugs Board approved, because not everybody knows the use of chemicals. And today on our health segment, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the harmful causes of some of the causes of harmful cosmetics on our skin. Not only bleaching, but certain things like lightening up, glowing, even as far as making our hair grow. And these companies always do target women, because we are the ones that we always want to enhance
everything.
we are not. Somebody says that women, we are never satisfied with whatever we want in life. So
Exactly.
we will be sharing with you some of the causes of these harmful chemicals that have been sold.
Okay, a comment just came in. Entrapment is not ethically right in journalism. However, these situations are just dicey. There are two
That
sides
is
to the
it.
coin. What if Anas continually force them to sell sell the PPE to satisfy his own interest of getting a story?
But if you should
That
see
is
if
a big picture.
okay,
From Noah Ayete Bacha.
okay, Noel Ayete, thank you for your comments. And you know, some of these things, when I watch the videos, I don't know if they are raw footages or they are edited footages.
They are edited.
They are
They do
edited
edit,
footages.
yeah.
But you see these, should I call them victims? I wouldn't call them victims, but should I wouldn't call them victims.
They allow themselves.
Okay, I see these people,
Perpetrators or something.
perpetrators. I see them talking about, you know, they do talk with some sort of confidence. Oh, I did talk a bit. Oh, this thing here. Oh, we have enough. You can come in. You know, some of these things tells us that Anas is not being too manipulative when it comes to that.
No.
It is different if probably the person will be like, oh, that be any idea, and you're like, oh, me patrol, Toma me, do this for me. That is what we will say
The
that
scenario
has
you're
been-
So
giving
why
this-
don't you
I'm
then
coming in.
direct the
The
person
scenario
to
you're
wherever-
giving happened when this 12 this football expose came in.
There
and
was
then
this particular
he came
person
out-
who said that he wasn't.
And Nyatechi came out to say that when he came to his office, he refused it. It was a number of times when his people approached him, but the only time he took the money was in Dubai.
Yes.
So why didn't he present a video showing that
He
I said
rejected
no
it.
on several notices, but you kept pushing me with the money.
But
But
you-
you only brought it. You only brought the part that when I took the money.
But
You
you
get
know,
it.
you know that if you are in certain positions where you know that your position is quite shaky, you can be replaced at any time, and you are corrupt. You know how to go about the corruption, right? You don't just say yes to somebody who comes in.
Yeah.
You want to see whether the person is
Actually,
emphatic, the person is persistent.
Yes.
So you can say no. You can say no.
But
oh,
in your head it is yes.
but you want to see if the person really is persistent. Probably he said no to a particular amount of money. The second
it
time it
was
was increased.
So
The
wait.
third time it was increased. The fourth time was like, you know what, this is exactly how the amount of money that I want. So you can't. I do agree with you. I do agree with you that Anas could also go ahead to show a little bit of the good side by telling us the number of people who
Yes,
said
they
no,
are
the number of
corrupted.
times that
So
the
that at
people
least
said
you would
no.
know if
This is
maybe
where
there
it's
is
coming
something
from. Yes.
we need to do
But
for these
and
people
you know,
to.
in the video, Jiwei Toinsu, I've taken the money. I can come out and say I took the money because you didn't tell me that I should take this. You didn't tell me to take this money to do A, B, C, D for you, but
It's
you
like
told
now
me
they are taking
this
Payola
money-
and Solio.
you know, journalists will go outside and take Soli
Yeah.
for transportation. But if the Soli you took affects your work, that is a question. But if the Soli you took doesn't affect your work or your judgment,
Do you think?
And
Do
there's
you
nothing
do you
wrong-
do you
there's
think?
nothing
Do you
wrong.
think the solid most journalists do take out they don't affect their work? Because in the production room they are supposed to be. If you are producing a news today and you went out to take solid for a particular news item, definitely you will find that news item should be aired. So in a way, whether it is being used for transport, it is being used for water, it is being used for whatsoever. Cash itself
But
regulate you in a particular way?
It depends on the
it
individual.
depends on, because I feel that when it comes to journalists and then the Soli thing, probably, normally when you go for press conferences, for instance, and it has this political affiliations, yes, they want their stories to be aired, all right.
Yes.
If they didn't give you the Soli at all, you still came there for your story. You decide which angle of the whole thing.
But not all stories that have been
That is what-
covered have been aired.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you decide that. So when they give you the money, or when you take that money for your transport, it is not to make you change stories or to make you do the thing in their favor
Favor them.
or something. You get
Okay.
when
So
you are
it's
when
just-
you do that, then that is where you are allowing them to also. So that is where it's like they are
But
also
it's-
entrapped you in
it's
a way.
if the story should go, it's up to the editor
Okay.
to let a story go.
Okay.
It doesn't depend on you, the journalist.
Okay. So
But the only situation is when you take the story and it affects the content of your
Well-
work. That is
well-
Maybe you are
questionable.
seeing
Well,
there is something
you are-
that
you are-
have to
you-
bring out,
you-
but
you
because
are
taking
making-
money,
you are
hiding it.
making a point, but when it comes to exposing corruption, the only thing we can talk about is money, and money should be used as a bait. I believe in baiting people. If you are not corrupt, there is no bait that should catch you.
Yeah.
If you are not corrupt, there is no amount of persistency from somebody who is coming to trap you that should change your mind. I believe Anna should also show that part of the videos where people say no.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
there
sure.
was with the GFA expose,
Yes.
there was this particular man who went on and said no severally, and he was commended. What if everybody should have said no?
Yes.
What if Nyanteji should have said no?
No. Yeah.
What if these people selling this PPE should have said no?
Because
So
they
if
said
you
yes
are
easily.
if
They
you
made
are
analysis
if you are
where
They are
thinking
corrupt.
they made analysis
Nobody
where
is
become
like
a
siding
lazy
with
one.
these corrupted people.
yes,
that
I
are-
know, I know nobody's siding up with them, but people
It is
say
the
Anas
mechanism-
should also change a little bit of mechanism.
Because journalism
It looks like we
is-
are tired of the entrapment
Yes.
here.
Because out there, people when they are doing
Don't you
journal-
think we are tired of the entrapment because corruption seems to be the order of the
No,
day?
we are not tired of exposing people. We are having
tired of the mechanism.
because journalism comes with ethics, and so if you are doing something that is not ethically right, that is questionable. That is when people will question your work. But if you are doing it right ethically, we all would praise you because we all stand that these people should be exposed because it is in the public interest.
Okay,
But
okay.
it is the mechanism
All right.
or the way to get it.
Okay, thank you. Want to say a big shout out to Novi Macdo on Facebook, a very good colleague of mine who has extreme journalistic values. A big shout out to you, and also Nana Aite Jr. Good morning and thank you for your comments. You can still keep your comments coming in on our Facebook live video, and also on YouTube. You can keep your comments coming in, and also via WhatsApp on 0244 8560007. We are still on the Rise Up Morning Show, and sports news is up next.
I wanna make you know, say you be special, or you know be wholesale, My love for you, where they make me wanna take you to the promised land like Moses. They say who say they never know say, I never listen to no hearsay. They say who say they never know say, forever together we'll stay. Oh, I tell them say me and you will leave on. See my shoulder, girl, come lean on. Girl, my loving knows no season, it's unconditional. See if I never met you, what would I say? Yeah. I saw Jeff on Sunback, one many.
Always around. This is Radio Guy.
Radio Guy. Radio guys.
Yeah. I told the I wonder what you feel about me. That you be saying, why would you move on without me? You're gonna make with Dari. Let me take you all the way to South Africa. Me with me and on the safari. This is a strong feeling. Now for forcing I should let you go, but I'm not willing. That would be Johnny. That every day I will stop killing. But come on, let me trophy, baby girl. I can't stop winning. I'm all for you. Let's make it right. You go the guy, baby, would you be my wife? I check you guys, baby, I'm looking for your type. My link in China for the would guess it when I was size. This me when I realize. Say, she be my one and only. She be my nigga, my homie. Let me be an mommy. Only you where you know me. I need you by my side. I don't think I wanna be lonely, my baby girl.
Come on up. Jimmy when you're Fits in my outfit, man. Jimmy when you're sweetie, sweetie, oh, sweetie, baby, 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 oh, ah, she gonna baby, 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 oh, ah, she gonna baby, 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 oh.
Sending me what? We come around them, I come and find my duffel. If you wanna do what that, what in the Tibet or so? Can you whoop a crab and temple so? They say, I'm a so. What I'm a do me, Mose be boom. Say, be been a chill, so I'm a baby song. Grandma Brenner, when I come, I enjoy the wardrobe. Or be frequent Kubans and go say, be a baby boom. Yeah, what they yummy. What film I know, I was see what you will be at the semi. And my dog, so they pen or then I come and I chame it. She be my one and only. When I'm the duffel caca, she be my nigga, my homie. Yeah, me, my man. Only you where you know me. I need you by my side. I don't think I wanna be lonely, my baby girl.
Come on up. Jimmy when you're Fits in my outfit, man. Jimmy when you're sweetie, sweetie, oh, sweetie, baby, 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 oh, ah, shingoloka, 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 baby, 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 oh, ah, shingoloka, 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 baby, 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 oh, it's me you've been looking for, baby. I want to show the world, say.
Always online. This is Radio Guy.
I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just like that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions.
The moment you hear stand up for the champions, you have to know that our sports guy is in here to bring us all the goodies and everything in news about sports. If you're a sports lover, this is a segment for you right now. I am in with Grona, and he is going to be giving us sports updates right now. Good morning.
Morning, MFA.
I want to say,
Boko.
as an abedi, we are the former of our. Now, when you be there.
Oh, they be by my body. My body
Okay.
reception.
Okay.
And I'll put the ultra 100%.
Oh, Jai. As all yama me to my be the
Make us one a mouth.
Me and you,
Oh, sir. And I'm my wife, about
Mate. Na anape.
I'll put them some day, baby, or in Dra. Wow, to Manchester United this year, kind of matches because.
Yes.
Some day, local league mission, same way. Until my head shot, say, I'm doing the Prince grown away with my friend David Prince. Yeah, radio guy online, this sports news in Hebrew. Yes, shall say, Champions League for no more. About matches in the area, Mama Copium Portugal, Lisbon. 8 matches now, can no money now, ever. Into FIFA, I have to judge the Champions League teams now. Go tell our won't be a
Hey,
over shame
Ade.
contact because of your test.
Okay.
And Atletico Madrid for and ready to just say on prayer menu. And you between for the rules about say when you do hotel Mohamed Pie. Show match day no draw. Now I kobo we are now samba.
Just so share them, sir.
We share them sir.
So that means they are not going to be training. They are not going to be
training more because they are testing more.
Okay.
Obi to be free abontin
and become
and ambenya contact.
Okay.
And you nipa no. Then championship for rules omo dia ba no. Ndra Manchester United any Copenhagen this year kan emom full time 90 minutes draw. By extra time gonna brand Bruno Fernandes. About penalty to Manchester winning 1-0. Manchester qualify for semi-final. All train omo winning omo match no Sevilla and Wolves.
Okay.
Do be winning na Wolves to suit there. Omo ha drum no Sevilla ha dream pa.
Now what do you say Manchester United? Me share ball and drum boy and so any back say na I wasn't even expecting say how one goal from the penalty no. And beat me now Oshe future matches on mobile no. Do you think there will be any match improvement?
Oh more match when I share and Manchester match no so it's Manchester against Johnson.
Yes.
Copenhagen for keeper no or your 13 service I'm so no man of the match. Just keeper ne ball no more than pa my team more and a team be as in the tactics are more improvement Manchester say Europa no should man can some befa Pogba can say Europa League
now would you say
Manchester befa
okay this way they say I'm a many because yeah I'm on for me send a message say me team nika was saying too much a yen toma kotoko so obo to me boy abemo
abantia ba Bruno Fernandes by one player now you can't be as a player but put me a difference of Manji did that Bruno Fernandes by Manchester.
Just say one man can make a difference. He has Bruno Amaya will say
you player.
Okay.
Inter Milan suni ba Leverkusen e bobo. Inter Milan we need 2 Abrante Lukaku Eshego and our sunset record e was Europa and was 9 consecutive times on a row. But a match bia Eshego 9 times ABC Europa and muda. Abrante Lukaku former Manchester for striker Lukaku was set his record no.
Na Lukaku dey make I say na o start say all ball Manchester United na ase enkoyi maneka
na enkoyi ba na 30 ni na yentimi ni na
obi timi ka say Abrante wo kese pa untimi ndwane mpo but say I didn't change I am born amesumbo
na Manchester so team no bia dey no
okay
and Lukaku you be original or the ball 2 man obeko
okay
but Manchester so team as say omo ball possession
okay
Lukaku useless e wo ball Inter Milan na wa call team ni gina no so ni Martinez the ball ni duru ni mu pe and who assemble ni
okay
and almost we don't match almost try Shakhtar Donetsk and Basel do be winning no normal semi-final no
okay
ntino say nyame ku ya dum na Manchester to move ni eco final ni do ni Inter Milan na Shakhtar Donetsk na Basel and Ebeshia
na osha say ode omumiensen nyina to Manchester United ho a osha eni da so ho mai
United so say Inter Milan Manchester players no
minim sa na so I say Manchester United has a record of taking us by surprise. Go for team bia no more be Manchester. Yes na
different game together.
Oh, different ball game together. Okay.
And Manchester need to share very very nice game.
Okay.
Because Manchester former players no be try to improve. On match coach say you okay. When team you use Conte, you should very nice man. We will push 2 teams to be share or final.
Okay.
Massive game.
Okay.
And Manchester for so I know advantage of Sancho. Because I'm a doctor for what I say. Almost a Manchester for near ready my player and you know the Naka. Team list Mamu Costa, Aquaco train. Compared to Manchester 120. But Manchester 90.
120 dear, I say be woman.
If you won't buy some hot cake.
Nah, do you think says as a car win in Manchester United to 120 million for this particular player? Do you think he's going to play up to standard? Like,
it's a risk because you're told Di Maria. Manchester United told Di Maria.
I say
Sanchez, the highest paid player of Manchester. Or almost 40 something matches or share 5 goals per.
Okay.
Yeah, and you share advantage and to dominate. Now get on person Munchia Kakra or bar as time goes on. We got Bruno Fernandes or Manchester. See Manchester winning. Repana, you was scared. You can't even put Champions League slot now. You win here. You was scared. You can't team. Into the almost almost week with Sancho Beba and I saw Mba. In time land for so Manchester on near the pan. Oma boy was on Manchester for player Chris Smalling. Chris Smalling,
that's a yen to me, Fanny Manu.
Yeah, remember, this is a defenders, they were talk about loom. Our Roma.
Okay.
And at the time, I saw our Buffy, over Manchester, and to for some open. And I saw Tom be now to be ashamed.
And it is, sir.
Liverpool for so for sign Greece player. Greece for small boy, on one teacher. My team speak, by Liverpool, cover FM. Costa Simocas.
Okay.
You Sandra and so
Costa Simocas.
Or the Liverpool for Sipan.
Nah, I say Liverpool for the Omoji Capasso Muchiribio.
Say almost 2 decades.
Almost 20 years.
Now Unjena Bar.
Now, Udin say Costas, Ubeti mini Liverpool. Abo ama or no so ashine because yet me who say team beat me top player. Player near very good, but then Obaba Bruno. I say on share and performing maybe because of working environment and I say or more or new or more no. Do you think say Costas ebeti me abo e wo Liverpool or also needing be subeti me abi nim kakra
obeti because a very good player very good then omukoto no ombeye Alexander
replacement okay
onusu or form or form you know owejuma na each position be so to me player will cover to in case na
na injury be bad replace okay
a good sign and mo say ni Japan say wa ba Liverpool coach me so start say o montan since 2015 and I was sure brand
then it is something that is planned be a one plan pa
into no say brand the good sign brand say fitin call Liverpool na team
okay.
And a branch pelus and Robert okay. Start here players on your mobile Juma.
Okay.
Into no say a branch here Ramsey. Check team be pen on me for on to me and kind of plans soon.
Are they?
Because also new plans or ever.
When to me are my reasons, sir.
My reason, or you be from the shame. Also, on the players are
also on your more. Okay.
But I chose for to get the woman around take care harvest in drop. Or she go my belly, because Chelsea for to so many people by the sick and I'm so 10 million pounds. But Chelsea for no more casa. Not on my personal terms and agreement need a community navy. Okay. And then I am on this sema a while, but they say Braffy eats me if
there be.
I say Braffy feels you dead and some more Ghana Premier League, no person will resume October and Ramble to that. Yes, it seems now from 30 players and bra.
Now, would you say coronavirus? I was in year. You see, young Casay schools crying to me in September. No, sir, Premier League, your mobile boy. Senya me boa October. Almost on the best share in the menu. Udrin say, Omobe play, are they going to play in parks without spectators? And I say, there is going to be spectators, but social protocols are going to be observed, and coronavirus protocols are going to be observed. Now, if they are going to be observed, now how effective is that going to be?
Omudi, then some omudi two Johnny say form 30 players and buses. Technical move from number and test you.
Okay.
Yeah, we are every match center be making sure say you so soap ni be without spectators.
So it is going to be behind closed doors. Okay. 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 Now, Osha Ghana has say you could do Asante Menwa him say Asante Kotoko for dear. Young Bob Boma parking ye empty da. Do you think that fans of the Ghana Premier League they are going to be on me design because
Ghana was so behind your costume. Yeah, no beyond Quasun here.
Na say omusika omodito ticket any near marketing kitty bia say ekoso stadium hall ticket to ne sa near no ene na etimi ma Ghana Premier League for nya sika kakra e hon so e sika sem so e
on ket e be sure no go sure say o sika o de be ma class o de be support clubs ni mu ntino o be sure enu so e be affect club e be affect o government no be on arrangement
okay
enko against you ntino mo hwe enu so dem bomb pa e de pan say be so because league no mo born almost 3 years
okay
dem ball league
e
Ghana anas we expose
after that no
yeah some boy na coronavirus ama coronavirus season never be ba e league ba na abante ya Mohammed o dia na only the goalking
okay
and since akofo ada na akofo te protocol no onu su wo onu su di nani ehwe from ehwe team a competition ni Ashanti Gold
okay
for akwa ma wa sign no reject news me be ya Mohammed e wa Ashanti Gold ye unu edu na be ona na okita goalking
okay
ani Adebayo 11
okay
and in some so about we can former blaster for keeper Steven Adams or Zambia any in Ghana see every juma but ni sika claim $27,000 so mo for man o ma twa na FIFA e da no so the rule na ba say
one fasika
omo first can man ko en so some bande e can na transfer mu to mo timi sign player bia
just because omode ye
FIFA PCCA
okay
so we see FIFA player be not the co final FIFA make sure say or the assemble two they be just say that
okay
to and Andrew say to just ya na o say tutu
okay
or the about or the nana ya posa atasa say do here e wo team say unity omunya baako na omumfa Asante Kotoko ndru be omu pese
be omu hie bia
or the be mo or the be true am and Andrew so yeah my news be say Cristiano Ronaldo wife and saying miss the boss be a friend I say Cristiano Ronaldo first wife no one pay no off by oni akola no eye baby akola no ewuye the wife no eka baby and the second don't interfere ni ma menu no pay ni out
okay
until the first one to correction
okay
yeah then as Mr. Cooper so mutie omo follow
okay
omo timi ama correction
any nchi akese pa nkoma Mr. Cooper any yetifo nyina omodi omo video na to ha se omo so mbeti radio guy na radio guy there always online inti se utie bia na wa frɛ wadam fo bi ananse wa frɛ wonyonko bi be ma oba ti na sisi ade yekoye nimu inti wo phone so a Facebook iPhone Android ho nyina ye wo bi eno ane se o search in Facebook radio guy online yeah, you call live into also be hundi I call studio I say our like na wa share osa so call YouTube or wasa subscribe wasa so like na wasa share and na wa turn no notifications on into say you call live you say your favorite presenters no eba or mobile bekasa na wo so wa hwe bi see ade enye say ye hwe ho na ye kase gu efidie mu ka mu ye pese mu hu yen mu hu adwuma ye go wa kase inti oko Facebook live and YouTube live ube hu ye eno so subscribe ya my wa click subscribe no and because it costs nothing to actually subscribe to a person's channel and no na mo betimi ayedri aboaye na yeso ya den yakoyi nim na yeso ye de adwuma pa abremo e wo radio guy online ha say
sports update I radio guy
okay obi a madam for bi owo Okanshi Hills Pharmaceuticals, a friend of Christopher. I say Manchester United there, a team. It's a Chelsea
fan,
into what just Chelsea
Akuko sachra koma
enye ne fe da enye ne fe
na ya me wan say me want me down for me won go for Chelsea ni buy e ba be boy you only do 3 ni who key players you know still supporting qualify
unim sisi ade ye be ma ye edwuma kasama na Chelsea fans for na my adwense mo de mo ni ebesi Manchester United yes we no mo be pay so pa. But anyways, thank you. This is still the Rise Up Morning Show. That was Davy Prince with the sports news right here, and still music still continues right here. And of course, you can still tune into our Facebook Live. We are still on live, and you can stay tuned in with us all the time. You know, all the time. It's still good music. It's still playing here. One more hour for us to still be on the morning show, so don't forget that you can still tune in and send us your messages that you want us to be reading for you. And don't forget that it's still Radio Guy Online, Facebook Radio Guy Online, Twitter Radio Guy Online, Instagram Radio Guy Online. My name is Judith MFA Bafine. You can still call me Fali Official. We are still here, and news in brief will follow shortly.
Always online. This is Radio Guy.
You alone, I go give my heart, carry go. Oh yeah, now them guys I know they like that, yeah. I go do them like that.
Always online. This is Radio Guy.
Security man for your back. Oh my pretty sweet sexy lady, yeah. They beat them like, oh no no, and then my year ready, yeah. Make we spend the night. What's my walk, papa? You boys, you be funny, you be so
always online. This is Radio Guy.
You go fear the man, but when the Roman movie say me
appreciate your love, baby boy, bravo. Me who, odo, mako, mamu, odo, you, eso, you, me who.
get. The way I make power, nobody go fit. Take you away. Oh, you know you always on my mind. Them they try to pull us down, where they not go fit to stop when I shine. Baby girl, make it tell them so super sad. When I want, tell them tell no fissa. When I want, tell them so super sad. When I want, tell them tell no fissa. When I want,
Tremendous appreciate how much I know, no, baby. Girl, if you leave me, I could follow. Nah, nah, hey. You know that I need you in my life. Don't you?
Baby, I say my come on. I know what to do, you say what I do now. From here to Danzoma, to chasing the savant to now. Hey, I'm not sincere. Susu da sa me pesi ya o batene se me nantie mama sisi ya ba me ye ogolo mama me fakatia mama me fakatia ogolo mama me fakatia. Sexy. They make her the crazy.
Always alert.
If I don't see you
Radio
tonight,
Guy.
you way there, minty. Lobby, Prince, my love, Kashi, Dabi, baby. You forgive me all tonight, you get the Branda, MGA. Hey, I see it. Ben Susu, that's a baby, see it. Now, I didn't even see it. Oh, my sister, Baba, me. Come on, my baby, that baby, let me show that baby, baby, my only, that baby, let me show that baby. That's him, that go my neck. When I name una beni suaneto, so if I don't say, Pablo, Mamanta me fakatia, Mamanta me fakatia, Obolo, Mamanta me fakatia. Baby, I say my come, I know what to do, you say what I do now. From here to Danzoma. Susu da sa o bebe sisi ya o batene se me nantie mama sisi a baba me ye Pablo mama me fakatia mama me fakatia Obolo mama me fakatia.
oh, Lord of mercy, when we be mommy. Sugar daddy, get up for love.
Always alert. This is Radio Guy.
Be the reason so jam you, baby, I swear. Oh, God, I know me darling, no. Yes, as I am, please forgive. Oh, Musama Fumu, yeah, sister, cause never know my mama's out here, no. Sister, cause never know my mama's out here, no. Minyebio, no. Oh, Lord of mercy. Minyebio, no.
Always alert. This is Radio Guy.
Radio Guy.
I won't go on. Me a hot guys in this one go on. Oh, and you before go on. Although you was a brand and you won't go on. So, baby girl, I'm sorry. Of you, breakfast in the morning. I see you. As I'm boarding. I know they pick up much. Me life I am boring. I was saying, sister, cause never know my mom is out here, no.
Radio Guy.
players. I come and we fakers. All the time wasters. Backbiters, heartbreakers. So we don't want. Yeah, I don't need B. Men from the tree. Yeah, I send you a heart. Yeah, to the BB. If you really love him, man. It is hard, today my baby know they my side, 10 times feed enough for yard, now she need to pick my call, yard, and we me team, money.
Hey, I wanna send I have on some work with the devil. Me pouch out. I never meant to hurt you, baby. I wanna, oh, I have on some work with the devil. Me pouch out. Oh, yeah. Go, go. But the hustle of the pace. See my guy, you know be play. It no be easy by the day. Every day, we the grind, we the sleep, online, we the suffer. For the corner, I wanna give up sometimes. Yeah, baby, I'm my friends, and they have a bed him there. Kwame, I see, you're there, so you're there, and turning there. Hey, yeah, bro. Voice out, bro. Yeah, you do my, so no katra. Yeah, bro. It's the girls that pro. Yeah, you do my, so no katra.
Yeah, share a brempo. Baby, I be the hustle. Yeah, you know, confusing from my body. Baby, I get to. But I know, say, Baba, yeah, so far,
always online. This is Radio Guy.
Baby, I'm a nigga. Yeah, but I'm as a son. See the brain, I'm a destiny best son. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. That means to me, any part. I want to know, so I know. Fabulous,
voice out, bro. Yeah, you do my, so no katra. Yeah, bro. It's the girls out, bro. Yeah, you do my, so no katra. Once again, yeah. My Kumasi people know the story. Woko Kanta, they will tell you. Tiptoe, no be smarting. Circle, nobody will spare you. You they live risky life for survivor sake. Life is war like bantam weight. Could it be I they won't kill myself? Cause after all death be the final race. And I'm from a kayafa. Joe and Yamran kayaka. I be a penal.
Hello and good morning. Once again, this is Radio Guy Online News in Brief. My name is Miriam Atrebia Kobla. Now in the news, the Ghana Education Service, after a meeting yesterday, has granted the 13 dismissed students to write their exams, but under their guidance escort. The decision was arrived at after an engagement by the Ministry of Education. The Minister of Education, Dr. Matthew Upoku Prempeh, with management of GES, as requested by President Nana Akufo-Addo Dankwa. 10 winners of the third presidential pitch have received 1 million Ghana cedis yesterday at the Jubilee House. His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, after presenting them with a check, urged the young entrepreneurs to be innovative to conquer the world. The 10 winners were selected from over 600 applicants across the country after pitching their innovative business ideas. A panel of judges, in the presence of the President and other dignitaries at the Movenpick Hotel some months ago. Now, some illegal chemical producers at Odoko Otantin has been exposed by the Daily Graphic News team. Reports say the producers are risking the lives of residents in the area with their toxic activities 7 months after officials from the Ghana Standard Authority and the Environmental Protection Authority, including the police, raided the community to bust the product manufacturers. The illegal trade is said to revolve around the production, distribution, sales of illegal insecticides, pesticides, among among other household chemicals, with branded distress to contain policies, key policies that will help consolidate Ghana's development. And finally, the Deputy General Secretary of the Opposition National Democratic Congress, Peter Otukuno, has positive John Dramani Mahama's time in government will continue to his favor, will count to his favor come December 7th. Speaking on City TV's Point of View, Mr. Otukuno stated that the differences in performances between the current Akufo-Addo administration kicked out of office in 2016 is clearer now for Ghanaians to judge. He is therefore hopeful that this year's voter turnout will be a massive one. And this is all for the news in brief. Fafa continues with Rise Up.
Baby, charge my energy, I no get time for no enemy. Tori pe wale to me. Nothing with person never see, I'm nothing with person never see. Forget it, I say bashi. Money soon expected, take a whip by the agent. I take her to the person, je. I've been answer the yes sir, then I'm in the answer yes sir. Respect is reciprocal, even though I know say special. Anybody, we no one else. We know the body. I got something, I got something. No matter I got something. You won't jump but you never walk. Should not because myself I never talk. I look you, they laugh you go. I shall no say the time go come. I no say the time go come. When you look go fit the line. Mama, life not on by gun. Whether you like or not, go back to me, you best get it go. So yeah, keep me jack on. Anybody, when no one does RG. Anybody, when no body. I got something, I got something. Go back to I got something. Only soon expected. Take a whip by the agent. I take her to the person. Je. I've been answer the yes sir, then I'm in the answer yes sir. Respect is reciprocal, even though I know say special. Anybody, we no one does RG. Anybody, we know the body. I got something, I got something. No matter belle, I got something. grab on fire. Last time when your boy do a back up, yeah, baby girl. Cause I never came with me, I'm a yeah. Tonight, make I tell you something. Don't rush, baby, take your time. All I want was to give you love. All I want was to make you smile. You are the sweetest girl, and now you move dangerous. Now you change so serious. Whoa, hey. They say I pay what's the sun. Two bars, you baby girl, man, son. Right, what's you, baby girl, don't see son. Two bars, you get a neck, man, super. Yeah, I know what's the sun. Two bars, you baby girl, man, son. Right, what's you, baby girl, man, son. Two bars, you baby girl, man, son. And me say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa, yeah.
Can Promise Sasa in the building and in the background. I really love this song. Can Promise, one of the greatest promising acts in Ghana here. We are looking for a collaboration very soon, apparently with Sarkodie, Kiddy, and Kim Promise. That is rumors that I've heard. So it's time for our show business, and Afia is all set and all ready to bring us entertainment news that we popularly call showbiz. Yeah. What is trending in the world of entertainment?
The Chief Executive Officer of the National Film Authority and actress Juliet Asante has bemoaned the fast life young people crave for.
Yes.
So she's saying that of late people do not really pay attention to their creativity and all, but all they want is flashy cars. I want this car, I want that car. And she posted on her LinkedIn account that she has worked for 29 years.
She posted it on Facebook too.
Okay.
And she doesn't own a Range Rover.
Yes, not even, she doesn't even own a car.
Okay.
But she's a CEO, and then she holds a great and a number of positions in this sector, but she herself does not own a car.
Somebody will be arguing that probably the positions don't come with money. So
probably, but she is saying that like youth of today do not look out for job.
A good name.
Yes,
we are looking at
and all that.
We are looking at riches.
Yes. Yes,
well, the money too is important too. If you
the money is important too, but you know our creativity, our innovation, and all that also matters. If you have the money and you are illiterate, what is your use? You get it. Someone would even take the money from you, but if you have the money and you are literate, you have some sort of a good name, it adds up to your credibility and all that. Yes, and moving away from that, Patapaa has been allegedly been poisoned. So I learned he is in the hospital.
This is the second time.
Yes, this is the second time. Some Ghanaians are also contemplating whether or not Patapaa has been poisoned. People are thinking probably he's sick or something, but it is not poison. But others are also thinking it is poison. But a close source to Patapaa also is saying that they went out to have fun, and in the course of they chilling, he started complaining of stomach aches, and then quickly they rushed him to the hospital. So there was a video trending of Patapaa and lying in bed in the hospital. So people are saying that probably what his close friends are saying might be true, because he was complaining of stomach aches. And others are thinking probably the stomach aches can be something, but nothing has come out yet to confirm whether Patapaa has been poisoned or not. Okay. And lastly, Nigeria singer sentenced to death for blaspheming. This story is very interesting but sad. So he's a 22-year-old singer. He's at he's in Nigeria. So he composed a song and it was circulated via WhatsApp in March. So according to some critics, the song was blasphemous as it praised an imam from another brother religion. To the extent that
I was actually thinking the song had sexual content or sexual connotation.
No, rather it was praising an imam from another brotherhood, and they felt that he was praising him above the Prophet Muhammad. So they thought they think it is blasphemy against their religion. So they had they have sentenced him. They are yet okay. They have passed the sentence though.
Okay.
And also, the singer who is currently in detention had gone into hiding after he brought out the song. And protested, had burnt down his family home. Ooh. Yes, and they've gathered outside their house demanding for justice, that he should be sentenced to death.
Wow.
Yes, you know these Muslims, they take their religion,
Sharia law.
Yes. So this is it is a sad story, but we are hoping that he's being heard, and then his sentence will be reduced. Probably they should imprison him or something. Yes, or do something to him, or make him pay for something, but not lose his life. So that is it for today's showbiz.
And sad news also reaching that also for the of Black Star
has also
passed.
But the cause of his death hasn't been out yet. We are yet to find out what has.
And he was 89 years.
Yes. God really blessed him.
Yes.
And such a wonderful.
I ask myself that whilst he was alive, we never heard anything about him.
Now that is the thing, it's like our culture really celebrates the death rather than the people living. Because most at times when someone passes, you see people circulating it on social media, rest in peace and all that, saying all sorts of nice things about the person. But we don't celebrate the individual when they are alive. You get it? And it is a culture, but I think it is high time we celebrate this legend whilst they are alive, so that they know that we appreciate them rather than when they are dead. Because when they are dead, they don't hear us talk about them and all. So it is high time we stop that cliche art and then act right.
Thank you so much, Ifia. That was Ifia with Showbiz. And of course, 30 more minutes for us to wrap up on the show. It is 26 degrees Celsius outside. 11th August, Tuesday morning, right here on the Rise Up morning show on Radio Guy Online. Remember that you can continue to follow. You can continue sharing our videos of our Facebook and also on YouTube. Facebook, just search as Radio Guy Online. Click like and share any of our content that you do come across. In a bit, we will be sharing business tips for you. Today, I will be sharing with you some of the things you should be looking out for when you want to start a business. So stay tuned. This is Rise Up on Radio Guy Online.
This is Radio Guy. This is Radio Guy. What else? This is Radio Guy. Oh, Peter Papa Nabe. Until I'm in what you can all day my train me so time for baby you papa no me way joy no pass no catch you what you can all day my train me so time for so that you been a bit of papa. I'm a man, I'm a granny home you. I'm
water. As I know, maybe it's a Philip. Maybe I want to done it myself. Oh, it's in the Papa Kuma Jimmy Breed. Oh, it's all right. That's Radio Guy. The front team, the dog what's in Cabra. Sissy Casaba with the Enya and Kakaka. Mina was Sister Cabra. It's the dog who should have do and come yet to me. Maybe I'm waiting to see it'll be a movie. Or you will push out.
Oh, Peter, man, don't come into me, no, me baby. What didn't you mean? I didn't try me, so down and for that thing.
Radio Guy Online.
Baby, you better know me well. Joy in my best, I got you back with me. What didn't you mean? I didn't try me, so down and for that thing.
Between me near me, water. My dream who has with you here, but 2 hours. The one tabank and a dream with Tuaco. I hold my cheap, Rabesha me and Suato. Or don't be put me near the so. Me to me canning, I just have a book. Or don't be dog, be movie say you drove. A young man with a would don't be your wool, mamma way. My family don't move from the mammy. Musa the whole swam, one woman money. I've been on just one of my men and one man that they came one more begin and Yanni.
That's real life.
Radio Guy Online.
Cares to mommy saw, you know, be care, can be back home. They care so much, Coco Dawn. They drive me against my foot.
Ever since she came out, I never felt this way before. Yeah, I'm looking for a boy, baby. See, baby, I can hold you. I keep your heart, girl, never let you go. Come on, bye, baby.
What else? I'm ready to be pumping it. Yeah, I can see my shorty from the driveway. Up and in the pedal, so what can I say? Anything we do it our way. How many times with a kiss? All day. When I jam in the foot like a shize. Me when I'm a put on do a baby. Or coming home from nothing up to the payday. Could they do the JJ? See, girl, me a one drop kiss. Can you give it to me like this? Yeah, go shopping, I forget the prices. So we tell me how come you haven't done the ISIS. No matter what put me on and so be your crisis. But if you want to wanna do the right thing, make I put a ring on it, I me forget the strike game. Big cars, more money, come sugar my thing. Listen to the song I sing, with the pumping.
Remember that the Rise Up Morning Show is proudly sponsored by Maya Herbal Soap. If you were looking for that one soap, that is approved by Food and Drugs Board. Maya Herbal Soap is the one to look out for. There are a lot of herbal organic cleaning soaps out there online everywhere. You want to look out for something that is being actually registered and approved by the FDB. This is exactly what you should be looking out for. Women everywhere in the part of the world always suffer with skin diseases. It could be pimples, skin rashes, eczema, and anything that has got to do with your skin. It could be discoloration. But Maya Herbal Soap is that one soap that you should be looking out for. It is proudly made in Ghana, in Kumasi, in the Ashanti region, and you can locate them at Ija in Kumasi, and also you can contact them on 059 200 7170, 059 200 7170, or also on 0242 689259, and also online you can contact them at info@mayaherbal.com or mayaherbal.com. You would be able to place your order. Remember that if you are into wholesaling or you are into cosmetic sales, you can also purchase Maya Herbal Soap in wholesale forms and also sell it and also market it anywhere. If you are also looking at being a distributor, you can also call the numbers same way. It is a 7-day treatment. Remember that Maya Herbal Soap is only applied externally, nothing else, nothing more. So for 7 days, just give it a try. Maya Herbal Soap for 7 days to work on your skin issues, and I promise you beautiful skin. We are still on the Rise Up Morning Show, and I'm about to share with you why you should actually look out for certain things before you start a business. Yesterday I gave you reasons why you should start a business, and you might be asking, what are some of the things I should look out for when starting a business? Well, according to Expect, the first thing you need is a business idea. So after you have prayed about it, inquired about it, settled on it, on a business idea, you have to go to the extent and put in a little bit much more effort into knowing knowledge and expertise in that particular field. If it is selling and buying, look at the number of people who are doing that. Look at how you'll be able to stand out with your expertise. If it requires taking short courses, you have to do that. If it requires being under somebody or learning from somebody for a while before you start up, you still need that expertise. So after that, look at the market and the demand, where you'll be able to market your goods, whether you'll be able to do it online, whether you'll be able to do it probably physically, whether you'll be able to do it via radio, whether you'll be able to do an advert via anywhere that you deem it possible, or where your target audience are. You have to look at how much people demand for that particular product, where and when in particular. You also have to look at where the seasons, when seasons in due for that particular product that are in demand. So definitely you can start a business without money. So I always recommend that you have to look out for a startup cost. So if you need 1,000 Ghana cedis, 500 Ghana cedis, 200 Ghana cedis, 20,000 Ghana cedis, look out for a startup cost and work towards it. So you still have to be looking at your capital. You can't look at the startup cost, but you have to look at your capital. There are times that we want to start a huge businesses with a very huge capital, but the most important aspect of the financing is the capital, because if you have the capital, that is the major part of the starting point. Now after you have your money that you want to start with, you also have to look out for competition, and you have to also know that you are not the only person selling this particular thing, so you need to get your message out there, right? So you have to look at competition, where you would be able to market your product, where you would get a good target audience that is going to work for you. So if you are looking at setting up a shop or setting up a static place to promote your business, you also have to be looking at location, which is extremely important. If there is a shop you want to open where you are going to be engaging in buying and selling, you have to look at the location, whereby it is conducive or not conducive, and most of the times the location really affects the kind of business idea. Probably you want to start selling ice cream somewhere. A couple of blocks away are also selling ice cream. So probably you would have to re-strategize or look for another business plan to suit your location better. And finally, if you are looking at employing people, you have to know the kind of people that you want to employ. People who have the same dream as you, people who are ready to come and learn with you, people who are also ready to help you promote your business, people who are going to let the business actually improve or let the business raise. Now, most of the time, we do employ people who are going to just be stagnant in our businesses, people that we pay and we don't even see what they are bringing in. So staffing or looking at employing people is a really important aspect of starting a business. So if you want to start up a business, starting from idea one, you have to look for your business idea, your knowledge and your expertise, your market and your demand, your startup cost, your capital, competition, and also you have to look out for location and stuffing. So as I was saying earlier today, a health tip of the day will be using harmful chemical on our skin. Over the years, the Food and Drugs Board in Ghana they've really done well with banning harmful chemicals, especially bleaching products that do target women, especially to use on their skin. But apart from bleaching products, do you know there are some hair products that do actually contain harmful chemicals? There are also some products that are meant for other parts of our bodies that do cause a huge damage to our skin, and they do actually are selling in this market. They are selling online. You just go online and see something that promises you of a beautiful skin or beautiful hair growth, or promises to solve your problem for you, and you jump on it. Do you know some of the effect that this thing has on you? It will have great lifetime effect that you know nothing about. So the first thing you should be noticing when you are using a particular product on your skin or on your face especially is whether you are having dark circles. Dark circles are just dark patches that we do have around our eyes. Most of the times it is being caused by lack of sleepness, lack of sleep, and stress and poor nutrition. But if you are observing all of these things and you are still having dark patches, you should probably look out for that particular product that you are using on your face. So one of the very common skin ailments that everybody or most people do suffer from is pimples. Now, pimples are being caused by clogged pores, and acne is something that can really let your self-esteem fall really low. So if you're using this particular product and you keep breaking out, especially on your face, in your chest area and your back, you should know that it might contain something that doesn't work well with your skin. Now, this reminds me of a product that somebody recommended for me one day that contained coconut oil. Coconut oil is one of the best organic oils that you can find out there, but coconut oil doesn't work well for everybody, and I happen to be one of the people that coconut oil doesn't really work well on. So I used this product and I realized that I was breaking out so bad. I never did my research or anything concerning the content of the product. I just went ahead and I used it, and trust me, for more than 4 months I just wasn't myself, because I realized that my skin wasn't looking good, it wasn't looking how I wanted it to look like, and it was just affecting my self-esteem. So I realized that coconut oil doesn't work for anybody. So know your skin type, know the things that do work for you, and don't hesitate to read and research on products that are being recommended to you by anybody selling them. It will just take you a few minutes to read on them, and it will save you a lifetime of your self-esteem.
Them say you don't go feel do where you do them show. I'm a go on your feet.
using this particular product that keeps drying out your skin and causing you to have dry patches, you have to know that there is a harmful chemical in there that doesn't really work good for you. So just take a moment, just look at how much your skin is responding. There are a lot of times that our skin talks to us, but we forget to listen, or we fail to listen to how your skin reacts to products that are being recommended to you, whether organic or not. Just take a minute and look at how your skin is just reacting to it. If your skin is drying out so much, then that is not a product for you, and you have to change it. So one of the real common problems that women do have, it's stretch marks and loose skin. Stretch marks are often accompanied with loose skin, or loose skin are often accompanied with stretch marks any which way. So if you are having a comment about your skin, if you are having problems with your skin being very loose and stretch marks breaking out everywhere, especially your arm area and your chest area, you have to be really careful with the product you are using. The majority of products out there that contains high percentages of hydroquinone are meant to bleach or enhance your skin tone, do cause stretch marks. So look at the product you are using, re-strategize. One good thing about using organic products is that there is one for everybody. If you are looking at reducing oils on your skin, there is an organic product for you. If you are looking at enhancing your dry skin, there is an organic product for you. Any which way, any skin ailment you do have, there is an organic product out there for you. So that is why Maya Herbal Soap is that #1 soap that I personally recommend for you. Just take 7 days out and just use Maya Herbal Soap twice a day, and just see how much your skin will thank you for that.
I got the money on her own. Need an extra crush, she go treat you like a king. But you don't get it if you don't deserve the throne. Man, I come across money anything. When come on, man, I'm going shopping with Dubai. I'm going to find my baby to multiply. We do my back.
13 minutes more for us to wrap up on the Rise Up today.
And
thank you for everybody who tuned in. A couple of comments that I will be reading. And somebody inside Kokomlemle says that I enjoyed the discussion today for Fali. Great team. Thank you. Somebody also says that please send in your names as well, because some of the comments do come in without any names. I want to send you a shout out, so please do come in with your name. Big shout out to Rita inside Young Executive School inside Kaswa listening to us. Also a big shout out to Elvis inside Mampo, Marjorie inside Tema. Also everybody tuning in. Also a big shout out to William Anoche inside Ray Estate. Big shout out to you also. Somebody says that thank you so much for all the updates. I love Radio Guy and I love the Rise Up Morning Show. Thank you. Please send in your names. Empty messages, I mean, they're killing me. Just send in your names as well, so we can give you a big shout. Remember that we still have good programs outlined here for you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube page and also our Facebook page. We will come your way same time, all times on the way tomorrow. Exactly 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. 9:48 a.m. 26 degrees Celsius out there, partly cloudy if you are stepping out, and a couple of sunny areas inside Accra. And Kumasi is also going to be partly cloudy and also a little bit of sunshine, but there is no rain whatsoever in the forecast today. So if you're looking at advertising with the Radio Guy Online, you can proceed to give us a call on 030-2237-927, 030-2237-927, and we have a really affordable rate so you can take your business out there. Whether you are an online business, or whether you own a shop, or whether you have a business that you want it to be advertised out there, Radio Guy Online here is the best platform that I can recommend to you. We go live on Facebook on every single day, so not only are you listening to us via our app on App Store, app on Play Store, and also you can also watch us live. And remember that if you are using an iPhone, you can just go on to our Facebook page and click on that link. The most exciting thing about our iPhone link is because that it just makes you enjoy your phone. Your radio can go on playing and you can do whatever you want to do on your phone. So at a point, listen to us. If you have an Android phone too, you can download our app at the App Store, Radio Guy Online, or you can visit us daily on our Facebook page and just click on the notification bar and we would notify you anytime we go live. For more music, and of course, we'll wrap up in the next 10 minutes. Don't touch the dial.
Show me something, I don't want your money. I just want your loving, oh. I want. If I show me something better, I don't want your money. I just want your loving, oh. I want. If I show me something better, I don't want your money.
Always online, yes, it's really guy.
I want. If I show me something better, I don't want your money. I just want your loving, oh. I want. If I show me something better.
Always online, this is Radio Guy.
Now say what you me do, what pay me, me pay what do, what show me, what do me, what do. Now say what pay me, me pay what do me, me do, what show me, bra me China, you mo come on. Baby say what find me chimpa.
Also, a big thank you going to Noah Ayete Jr. and also to Papi K. Papi K says that Papi K from Valley View University, Radio Guy Online, the BME Keke. Thank you. And also to William Anoche Pello. Great and educating program. Big ups to Radio Guy Online and big ups to Fafa. Thank you so much. Full advertising with us. I told you we are open for that and our numbers are available every day, all day. So call us on 030 2237 927 030 2237 927, and we will be more than willing to help you advertise your product out there. Also tune in inside on Facebook. Shout out to you, and also to Steward Obeying Godfred. Thank you so much for tuning in. Positive Change Medina. Thank you for also tuning in. Same way. And don't forget that we'll continue with new educative programs and infotainment. Anything that has got to do with education, entertainment. We got it right here on Radio Guy Online.
Forever and ever, baby.
Maya have also. Of course, a big thank you to my beautiful team, Miriam and Afia, for coming through with the newspaper review, and also to Prince Gona for our sports news. Thank you so much. I mean, they keep bringing us good content. You can't say no to it. You can't say no to it. Radio Guy Online, Facebook. Click like, click share, continue liking, continue sharing. Don't forget to turn on that notification on so they will notify you. And don't forget to also send in your birthday shout out on any of the shows that will be playing so you can have them read live to you. close, before I exit the studio, I just want to tell you that take the chance today and do something courageous. You have courage in you. And as I said earlier on, courage is having the strength to stand in the face of pain. So if there is a call you have to make to get that apology, to grant that apology, just do it. It might be so hard, but you will realize that having strength in the face of pain is something that brings you extreme freedom. Winston Churchill says that courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. This is what I want to leave you with today. My name is Judith Emefa Bafa. Thank you for tuning in on the Rise Up Morning Show. I will come your way same time tomorrow with my team with crisp news, current affairs, and of course great discussions right here. Make a date with us and don't forget not to touch that dial. More programs coming on. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and on Instagram too at Fafali Official. Fafali Official, Fafali_official. You can follow me so we can vibe outside the studio. Thank you so much and have a lovely morning.
Always on earth. This is Radio Guy.